So, ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeat the LA Chargers by a score of 20-10. And Justin Fields, former starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, now starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is now 3-0 as a starter for this team. Y'all, there is no reason for the Steelers to go to Russell Wilson at all at this point. The only reason you would go to Russell Wilson is because he's experienced. I'm not going to put air quotes around it. He is experienced. Because he's experienced and, he's won a Super Bowl before. But none of that matters now. Right now, Justin Fields got the hot hand. You got to ride with him. The team is playing well around him. He's playing some really great football. And I promise y'all, when I'm looking at how he's playing, this is the difference between playing for a franchise that really believes in you. Playing for a team that believes in everything, that your abilities, and believes in everything, all different type of, all your attributes they believe in with him. And it shows. He's having fun out there. He's looking good. His confidence is high. And again, good coaching will have you playing, will have things going well for you in all facets. And I'm going to say this, man, because as a Chicago Bear fan, Justin Fields had games like this before. He did. It was just that when I remember, well, not last season, but the season before that, our defense was so putrid. Like, we were scoring heavily, and the defense was giving up 35 points a game. Who can win like that, right? Then last year, the defense was playing well. Offensive line still bad. Play calling bad. Terrible coaching. Like, it was just, the culture was not conducive for him to really be able to show the best him and get wins. Because he was having strong games where he didn't get wins. He was making throws that got called back due to penalties. All the time, he was making excellent passes, and they got called back for penalties all the time as a Chicago Bear. But now he's in a situation where he's winning. And again, he's doing this with a good head coach, decent play calling, and a mediocre offensive line. All Justin really needed was the bare minimum for real. And you could really see him operate. But again, when he was with the Chicago Bears, y'all told us he wasn't a starter in his league. Y'all told us, he really was just, he's a backup, he's a backup, he's a backup. And right now, to be honest with y'all, Russell Wilson just looks like an experienced, inexpensive backup at this point. Seriously. Sorry about that shit, y'all. But yeah, man, like Justin Fields, 245 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. But again, they 3-0. They very well may be 4-0 next week against Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. Now, my Bears just lost against them. Horrible. But Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers should definitely win against them without question. I see them winning. Really, I see them winning and having a really, like Justin having a great game. I feel like the team will ball out and the offense will look even better next week against the Colts. But yeah, man, like this is what good coaching does. We didn't have Matt Eberflus got to go. I'm sorry, he got to go. It's just like, no, man, it's not looking good. And I'm going to say this too for my organization, man. Until the Bears fix our situation as a franchise, we will always struggle to develop a quarterback. We always will. Until we fix our situation as a whole, we will always struggle to develop a quarterback. I'm going to say this about the Steelers. They are a franchise that is an exemplary franchise. From top to bottom, they run that organization well. To the point they were winning with Kenny Pickett as the quarterback and Mitch Trubisky backing him up. It's like, brother, where you going from there? Starting, like, it was not a good situation, and they still was able to win games. That tells you all you need to know about that organization as a whole, man, and the difference between my Chicago Bears organization and theirs. But I'm happy for Justin. I'm happy for him. Again, he balling out, and there's no reason to go to Russell Wilson at all. You going to him, listen, they're going to lose their momentum. When momentum is high, you got to ride with the guy that's getting you the wins, that's getting you the W's. They mess around, start 4-0. Ain't no. I don't care if Russell is healthy. You got to go with the young boy. Because I promise you, sometimes you will throw a monkey wrench in the situation, and it'll go from good, very good, to bad in a minute, man. And they can't afford that as a team. They cannot. Again, this organization got great leadership from top to bottom, it puts Justin in the best position to succeed. Because again, he was having very good games with the Bears, right? Now, okay, and I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm not, because it was times he could turn the ball over. He could fumble sometimes, right? There was times where he could hold the ball for a little long. You know what I mean? He did that sometimes. He did that, you know? But he had very good games with us. Very good games. He was never the problem. It was the play calling, the offensive line, and a couple of seasons before that, it was the defense. In a combination, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. In combination, it was the defense. A couple of years, not last year. Last year, defense was solid, but the year before that, defense, play calling, offensive line, and he still was balling even within that. Somebody pointed it out to me. When he was with the Bears, we had the highest scoring offense for like a month, and we still was losing because the defense was giving up 35 points a game. You're not going to win like that, right? You're not. But I'm just glad that Justin is proving a lot of the doubters wrong and showing that he can be a starting quarterback in his league and showing that he can be a guy that can move the chains for a team and can help you and help guide a squad to wins, man. And I'm happy for the brother. He deserves it. And yeah, man. But again, I know it's so crazy. I think people hate the Chicago Bears. Or maybe they're just looking at the wins and losses. Because he's had games like this with the Bears and people were still calling them trash and garbage and all of that. But I believe a lot of times in the NFL, wins and losses matter, and people just look at wins and losses without looking at the context of the situation. Because if you look at the context of the situation when he was in Chicago, oh my God, it was a recipe for disaster. Offensive coordinator over and over every year, new offensive coordinator. Oh, that's not, come on, how can he, no continuity. How can he get comfortable? New offensive coordinator, offensive line, terrible. You know, like, come on, man, play calling bad. They're not playing to his strengths, doing the same old redundant stuff over and over again. But look what happened. Now he's flourishing, you know. But I do feel like the media don't really like the Chicago Bears like that. And until Caleb came, now they trying to get on our side and all of that. But yeah, man. Shout out Justin. He is a starter in his league, and he is the franchise quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry, Russ, and I like Russ a lot.